Today I'm glassing up sheds. I've spotted 4 sheds from this one spot that I'm at. There's one nice big 4x with a kicker. That's the biggest one that I can see, but I can't find a way to get to it from up where I'm at. I'm up on top and it's cliffy and I can't find a way down from here. It's about a 2-hour drive to get down to the bottom to see if I can find a place to come up from. So tomorrow I'm gonna try to get up in there and see what that thing is. I spotted a few sheds yesterday. Now I'm on my way to pick them up and see what they are. The first ones that I'm heading towards, it looks like it's a set. One side looks like a nice 4x, and I think that I can see the other side laying right there. The other one's up about halfway up this ridge behind me. I'm not sure if there's a way to get to it. It's up on a bench, and looking at everything, I couldn't find a way to get to it from up above, so I'm going to try to wiggle my way up through these rocks and get to that one. That looks like a nicer one, but let's go see what we find. I haven't made it to the first antler that I spotted yet, but I just see this other antler right up here, kind of hidden in the rocks. Looks like a nice 3x. Old chalky white, kind of cool. Interesting split there. He's not a giant, but cool shed to find on my way to some others. Coming up on this set that I spotted, one that looked like a nice 4x from way up top. So here's the one side, and there's another laying right there. Looked bigger from up above, but I could tell that it was a 4x. So here's the one side that I could see. Pretty white. He's got a little kicker there coming off the end. And here's the other side that I could barely see. So, just a decent 4x. Been there a while. I've got these 3 so far. There's another one that I could see from up above. It looks like just a half antler, but it's just over the ridge. So since I'm here, I'm gonna go and just grab it. Maybe something else will be in there, but it's just a little one, just a half rack, it looks like. Coming over the ridge, here's this other one. I thought it was a half rack, but it looks like it's all there. It's just a big fork with an eye guard, so nothing too exciting. All of these are chalky white sheds. It looks like it broke off part of the back, but I knew it was close by. I knew it was here, so figured I'd come grab it. Picked up the last shed about 5 minutes ago. Now I'm heading to go try to get up on the big bench with the big shed. And I just came over this little saddle and I found a fresh shed here. Looks like just a 3-point with a kicker. Let's go pick it up. Right there, hanging out on the side of this little cut. It is actually 4 with a kicker. Kind of thin. Kind of thin, but that's this year's shed right there. And he's got a little kicker coming off the side. Not a bad buck, not a giant. There's a bigger one way up above us if we can get there. This guy still has some velvet pieces hanging off the end of his tine here. I'm going to leave this pile of sheds right here because I've got to go way up and I don't see a way up from here. So I'm going to go up around the bend and see if there's a way to get up on this bench from there. The shed that I could see from the top looks like a big 4x4 with a kicker. So I'm hoping it's a big giant buck and hopefully I can find the other one in there. So I'll see you soon. The top bench there is where I'm trying to get. That's actually the middle of this big ridge. So it looks like around this other end I may be able to find a little spot where I can get up through onto it. Top of that is where I'm trying to get. Good news is there's a buck track here. So it looks like very likely they know where they're going, and I think this is going to get me where I want to go. Some of the places these things go is amazing. We just came up a pretty steep rocky thing. It seems like we're sheep right now. We're getting closer though. Just a little farther. Right up there is where I need to get. I made it to the bench that I need to be on where the shed is. It took me about an hour from where I left that pile of sheds to get up here. Now I'm still several hundred yards away from where this shed's at, but I think I'm gonna get him. I'm getting closer, just about 300 yards away now on the other side. There's a canyon that comes down, so it's right on the other side of the head of this. So as long as I can get around that, if it's not a big rock waterfall or something, I should be holding this shed pretty soon. I'm getting close. I thought it was right in here, but it must be a little farther up. It's got to be right here somewhere, and I'm hoping there's another one with it. There it is. There it lays. Does have that kicker, does have that big front fork that I can see. That has been there a while. That is an old shed. Gorgeous. Not as big as I thought, but it is pretty. That has been there for a long time. The other one might be laying around here somewhere. Pretty cool. Buck. I was hoping for a bigger one, but it sure is pretty. I had to come look because of what I could see. I could see this giant front fork. I could see that kicker. That's what it is. I'm gonna look around. Maybe the other ones. I covered this bench pretty well, but I was not able to find the other side. I did find this other little guy, so that's the last one. I'm about to jump back off this bench, back down to my pile of antlers, grab those, and back to the truck. Here's my pile, right where I left it. Didn't find anything else on the way back down, so this is what we're coming out with. There's our set. Not bad for a quick shed hunting trip. This is the one we came after, our kicker, 4x4 kicker. This is the new shed, this year's 4x4 kicker. Not bad. And this guy, just our big 3-point, nice and heavy. And then we got our set, 4x4 set, that is kind of cool. Always good to find both sides. I was hoping to find the other side of this big guy, but I wasn't able to. All these are pretty kind of similar sized. These two right here are the bigger ones, the big 3-point and the big 4x with the kicker. So not bad at all. I'll take it. I'm happy.